Welcome back to Fearless Fair's Fire. So this is part 7 already of ATV engine swap project. So I'm showing you right now more progress, of course, of the ATV. So I've been working on the exhaust for a while now. So this is what I have come up with. So this is parts of the old quad and some parts of the new of the quad that I took the engine off of, all mangled together. And so basically this will sit like that on the engine, and then I have that. So basically that's coming up, and there's going to be a pipe coming up to then what will be the muffler. Excuse the wind. It is really windy out right now, but here's the quad, and I'm going to have the muffler on the back here, just like that. So as you can see, that goes down, and then that 90, or the end of the exhaust pipe that I've just welded, or I just was showing you, will then connect to the end of that, as it is sitting like that. So that is the plan. Hopefully we can make this all work. And originally what I was trying to do is I was trying to have, because the exhaust comes out around here and there, so, and I was having it try to come back a little and through this little gap here, because as you can see, this is kind of a triangular gap, trying to come in out and then come out like that, or possibly come up and into a muffler. But that was just not working. Oh, it's cold out there. But it was just not working. I mean, you could see this is like the mangled mess that I was trying to do, but just wasn't working. So I just went with the idea of just throwing it straight out back. I'll make some points on the frame and on this to, basically attach it to, so that it can attach to the frame to, so, we're not relying on it entirely to support itself. But that is so far what we've come to. As you can see, the welds are extremely ugly. That is because I'm just using some cheap flux core. I think it is, well, it's not cheap flux core actually, but it's flux core wire feed. This Vulcan welds amazingly. You put gas up to it, it welds really pretty welds. But flux core wire just does not make pretty welds at all. But my plan is, once I have this all welded up, I'll pull it all off again. And you can see this is some other stuff I've welded that didn't work out very well. But what I will do is then grind it down and make it look like that. As you can see, there's some bubbling from the welds, but it looks a lot cleaner. I might take the time to do that, I might not. We'll see how I'm feeling at the time that I decide to do that, because most likely is I might not do that just because I want to get this thing running. But then once I get the exhaust all welded up, all I'll have to do is wire up a just some stupid ignition system, which I'm thinking of using like a breaker for like a household breaker, like a 30 amp breaker, and running a wire from the positive to the breaker, and have the breaker, attached somewhere on the frame, and then have the other connection from the breaker go to the starter, so that I can hit the breaker start the quad, and hit the breaker off to stop the starter, power going to the starter. That's my plan. Or I might try to find some really high amperage, like push button. Friends have told me you should just use a relay and a solenoid, but I don't feel like wiring all that up because I want to make this as simple as possible with the least amount of problems as possible. So that's my plan. So, and then once we have the starter hooked up and we have the exhaust done. Oh, another thing I need to add to this video